All right. Hello, friends. We're just getting started, getting the streams up and going. Give me a moment while I connect all the channels and get us live. All right. Happy Friday. It's Friday. On Fridays, I take a look at the price reductions over the past week. Now, we are looking at price reductions, the real estate market across parts of Rockingham County, Strafford County in New Hampshire, and parts of York County in Maine. I'm Dan Freund. I'm a licensed real estate agent in both New Hampshire and Maine. And we're going to take a look. I'm going to bring up my screen here. And let's see. All right, so again, for another week here, all of the price reductions seem to be happening in Maine. At least the ones that are on the market. We'll look at the sold properties as well before we finish up. So let's look at the days on market here. We'll bring up days on market, and 15 days on market all the way up to 128 days on market. So quite a range there. And let's just take a look. This property here in Elliott looks like a ranch. And let's see, this was originally listed at $629,900, so they dropped $30,000 after just about 15 days on market. Looking up into York, this property $725,000. Good sized lot, almost 8 acres. That's not a bad lot. It is right on the highway, close to the highway. But let's see. So they were originally listed at $760,000, now at $725,000. That's a decent price drop. And let's just take a look at some of the photos here. Look at all that aliasing on those photos. Who took those photos? If you know, let me know in the comments. Lots of exterior shots. The interior doesn't look terrible, but could use a refresh. I'm sure the next owner will add some of their own touches to this. Not bad. You could move right into this. $725,000, that's a good price number for 1,600 square feet. Let's move along. We'll move on to Railroad Ave. We looked at this, I think, previously. This is also a decent sized lot, 3.5 acres nearly. And let's see. Yeah, this is more dated, but still some potential here. And let's see, where is this located? So this is located not too far from 236 in Berwick, not far from the state line. It's a decent location. So $349,900 now, originally listed at $379,900. So total drop of about $40,000, $30,000. Moving on to the next property here in York. Cider Hill Road was just up there earlier today. Looking at another property. This isn't bad. Cider Hill Road is a great location. Not far from the malls, the outlets. Let's see. Now at $559, and where did they start? They started at $579. So you see these prices dropping. Now we're gonna move over to Kittery. This property $499. Yeah, much rougher shape here. Look at those floors, unfinished floors. Definitely needs some work. Some cleaning, freshening up. $4.99. Almost 4.5 acres. And where did they start? They started at $5.50, now down to $4.99. So they're showing some motivation. That's a little over a month and a week, month and 2 weeks. So it's not a. Let's look at the location here. Right off Lewis Road. So, and right on Lewis Road. That too is a great location, just north of the outlets in Kittery. Not far from the water. Nice location. Let's move up to Brixham Road in Elliott. This looks like a nice property. Priced much higher. So that is nearly 19 acres. And that lot looks like a really nice lot. Let's see. We'll look at some of these photos. Virtually enhanced. Like seeing them call it out when it's virtually enhanced. Don't leave the guesswork to us. Nice little area here, yard. Looks like some outbuildings here. Love that breezeway. Looks like that could easily be screened in. Which, if you know the Maine woods, there are bugs. I like that door too. This is rather lovely. This isn't a bad layout. I kind of like this. Nice. Cozy. Let's see. Yeah, it's clean, cozy. Some potential there. If you got dogs, that's nice to have an outdoor kennel. It's like they do some milling there. Milling yard. Alright, so that's 19 acres. That's a good sized lot. 1.4 million. Where did they start? They started at 1.5, so they've dropped about $100,000 on this. But great lot, butts right up to the York River. It's a nice location. Moving on, let's see. We've got in Kittery 1.05 million. This is much smaller lot by the looks of it. And let's see, they started at 1.15 now, down to 1.05, so about $100,000 price drop. Great views though. I mean, those views look really lovely. Let's look at some of the... So it's been updated. It's clean. The views really, I mean, that location is great. You're right by Four Corners. Easy access to the shipyard, to town. That's nice. Let's look up. Here's the high price in our list today, what we're looking at. Looks to be right on the Salmon Falls River. That looks like a lovely location. Wow. Beautiful views. Beautiful bedrooms. Really nicely done. That is quite beautiful. Two-car garage. Lots of light. Views of the river. Beautiful kitchen. That looks great for entertaining. This looks like a really great spot for entertaining. Ooh, I like that detail on the hearth. That's really nice. I love those little touches. The views here, the rainfall, the snowfall, I bet it is really something to experience. $5 million, is that where we are on this? That's a great primary bath. This looks like the old part of the house. Lower ceilings. Is that multiple laundries that we saw? Finished basement looks like. The media room. Wine cellar. Oh, so this is a barn. So you've got a two-car garage. You also have this barn, a toy barn. That's really nice. Oh, and extra living space, so you could rent that out. It could be guest quarters. That's really cozy. That looks really nice. So that's the high price on this list. About just over 6.5 acres. That is a nice spot. So anyway, the thing to notice here that we're looking at, all these price reductions are in Maine. So none of the price reductions are showing up over in New Hampshire. And this is under contract. So that is at $800,000. They started at $880,000 and brought it down to $800,000 essentially, and then went under contract shortly after. And they're still under contract on that. This property in York looks like right off of Cape Nettic. I bet the views are incredible here. Let's look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. Those views. Get some ocean views. That top floor deck. Beautiful view of the Nubble. Ah, the sunrises from there must be something. Interior is, wouldn't say it's anything spectacular, but you're paying for the location. Those ocean views, the location, I mean, that is exceptional. And from yeah, that's nice. So anyway, let's look to, we'll just finish this list. This property looks like, what is this, been taken off the market? Looks like. That's expired. Maybe worth a phone call. And let's see. So this one, 114 days expired. They went through only one price drop, it looks like. They didn't get the price that they wanted. So, and this property over in Kittery. Solar. When you're looking at solar, always find out, do your due diligence, find out, are they leased? Are they owned? Is there a battery backup? Is it tied to the grid? Always do your research on that, because you don't want to be surprised at closing that you suddenly have to lease these back if you're not expecting it. So at $700,000, originally listed at $725,000, but it's been withdrawn. So they may just be deciding to hold on to it for now. May relist it, maybe worth a phone call. Anyway, we're gonna look at sold over the last 7 days. And here we will filter this by city We've got, what is this, 59 properties sold. So here, let's look at I'm going to increase this. Hopefully you can see this. So over here in this column, this left hand column is the original listed price and then the sold price. So this property in Berwick, 2 days on market, 0 days on market. And both of these, when the numbers are low, we're seeing that the prices go significantly over the asking price. Here again, 4 days on market, well over the asking price. 21 days below that asking price. Again, 2 days over that asking price. 7 days over that asking price. Let's see, 4 days over that, well over 100,000 plus over that asking price. Let's see, 69 days below that asking price. 21 days below that asking price. So it's so important to have that conversation. Before you list your property, what are your goals? Are your goals to sell this quickly? Are your goals to get the most money? Do you have to move? Do you have to sell? Or can you afford to wait? Do you want to just see what the market might bear and shoot for the stars? These are all important questions that you need to answer before you list your property. Again, here, well, this one's interesting. Let's look at this. Summerwind. Is this new construction? Let's see. What is that? What year was this built? Yeah, so that's new construction. So that sold just below the asking price. That's over in Greenland. Click over to, so that's the trend that we're seeing. Price it low, be competitive, get that initial interest, and buyers are going to come out of the woodwork for you. If you price it too high, you're not going to get that initial interest in the property, and you may suffer. You may sit there for 20, 30, 40 days before you start getting acceptable offers. Here too, 48 days. This has got to be a typo. Birch Drive. Let's see, yeah. So anyway, that's what we're looking at here in the market. And if you are in the market for a home, please do reach out to me. You can find me on all the social networks, including here where you're watching this, my friend Dan, myfrienddan.com. And I'd love to work with you. Is that too much? Is that asking too much? Just keep me in mind when it comes time to buy or sell your property. And for now, we're going to sign off. Hoping, well, I didn't see how many folks were there live, so I hope that you have a great weekend. We'll check in again on Monday, and we'll go from there. Have a great day. Bye for now.